I've screwed up the screen. There we go. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning.
All right. We'll get right into it.
Last teleconference.
I was going to wait till the end. I wanted to save
Just my last one. Amen, brother.
I know a lot of people will say that, I'm sure, about the teleconference.
No.
A lot of coaches. But no, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Tom Noy, you're up first. Go ahead.
Mike, it's your last one, but I got to ask the first question. So,
yeah, oh, absolutely. You're the leadoff batter, Tom. Get in there.
How do you work through everything emotion-wise, memory-wise that's coming at you on Wednesday with your last home game?
Tom, I'm excited about it because of the people coming back. I think we have 30 of our former players coming back. A lot of friends and people are coming to town, and I'm looking for that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying not to concentrate on how good Pittsburgh is and that they could be the regular season champion, and they got the ACC Coach of the Year in Jeff. In my opinion, they're really good. But I made my mind up yesterday. I'm going to enjoy it. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going to enjoy it.
What's it like knowing that after 23, like you have 23 years basically boiled down to 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think I've thought back a lot, reflected a lot through all the different things, starting with the press conference, in July of 2000. But I'm really excited about the next phase too. And hey, we're going to go to Greensboro with hope and tell the guys to pack for a few days and let's play. But and it will be cool to be in Greensboro. There's great memories for me in Greensboro.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
David Teal, go ahead.
Mike, I've told Andy that you should come back as honorary Zoom moderator whenever you wish.
Maybe I could make an appearance every now and then with Andy. I could make a guest appearance next year.
There you go.
You are more than welcome to host this call anytime you like.
I feel you.
Mike, I was wondering if during your time either at DeMatha or at Duke, if you had many interactions with Coach Holland.
Yeah. No, I got the news early this morning and it was so neat. There was a group text amongst ACC coaches, and everybody chimed in on what they felt about Terry Holland. Now, my first touch with Terry was when I was with Morgan Wooten at DeMatha, and he would come up to recruit a lot, especially Ted Jeffries. I remember sitting in the office with Coach Holland, Morgan Wooten. I'm some young knucklehead high school assistant history teacher at 25 years old, and Coach Wooten is selling Terry Holland on Ted Jeffries. And I'll say this, and I don't know if Mike Kihei has had a quote yet, but he will. Mike used to say about Terry, Mike Kihei, when I got with him, I thought he was the first guy in the ACC, and Mike would reiterate that, to show how to be a gentleman, a class act, and a hell of a competitor. Terry Holland was that, and I think he was a role model for other coaches in the ACC on demeanor and how you carry yourself. And heck of a man, had some touch with him, certainly then when he was on committees, but gentleman, class, teacher, and I think a role model for how to behave and how to interact as a leader with young people.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
We'll go next to Jerry DePaula. Go ahead, Jerry.
Thank you very much. Real quick, Coach Brey, congratulations on your retirement. And is there going to be time Tuesday or Wednesday to have that rematch of the horse game with Jeff Capel?
We should do that pre-game. I still can get in his head with some of those bank free throws or left-handed stuff. I am so proud of Jeff Capel. He had to have a big year, and he has. He's the ACC Coach of the Year. I think it's brilliant how he's reinvented his team, and we got one heck of a challenge on Wednesday night. But, Jeff is like a son to me because I coached him and watched him grow. I know his father is so darn proud of him looking down, but he deserves it.
Go
Thank you.
next to Michelle Kaufman.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how are you? I'm calling in from Miami. I wanted to know your views and reflections on the University of Miami basketball team this year. Notwithstanding the second half of the FSU game the other day, but what is it that has made this team so good this year?
You know, they are so gifted offensively and so confident offensively and so old and poised and tough. And, you know, Jim Larinaga does a fabulous job of not overcoaching and letting really gifted offensive players play. And, you know, this is, you know, one of his many examples, maybe his best. They're just so gifted and so confident, and they can be a Final Four team.
Thank you.
I'll go next to Mike Barber. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Mike, I think David Teal and I want to have you co-host our podcast when you've got some time. I think that would be a good use. Hey, I wanted to ask you, sticking with the Virginia theme, Kihei Clark, you've coached against him a lot of times. He's getting ready to play his final home game. What has made him so effective, despite the fact that everybody kind of knows what's coming with him?
Yeah, he, you know, he really knows who he is. But he's an assassin. And as I said, after our game down there, you know, I grabbed him. He was the end of the handshake line. He was at the very back. And I just spent a little time and I said, man, you are the ultimate winner, brother. You are a winner. And he really knows what his team needs when they need it. And, you know, I've had some guards in the past like that. And man, do they make you look like you can coach.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Next up is Royal Howell. Go ahead, Royal.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Coach. I was able to speak to several ACC coaches within the past week on the lack of respect in regards to the ACC and when it comes to tournament time. And everybody emphasized greatly that they believe that other coaches amongst the ACC should kind of like uplift the ACC in regards from a media standpoint on just the balance and power of teams within the conference. What is your opinion on just from an outside, inside outlook on the ACC getting more respect from the media in regards to when it comes to tournament time on teams making a tournament, potentially not making a tournament going to NIT?
Well, I mean, we're kind of back where we were a year ago. And now I don't know what our record is non-league. You know, but last year our record non-league was not very good. And so we fought that, you know, narrative all year, but the math was the math. I think we were 4-15 against power teams in our non-league last year. Be interesting to see. Hell, we have a Michigan State win. We probably have one of the good wins in the league. But we've kind of made our bed, and you know, and we talked about that, and that is the biggest thing that's discussed as coaches in the ACC meetings. How do we do this? How do we get more bids? How do we, you know, the math is the math. The narrative, I guess, right now frustrates people. I do think the ACC network is still learning how to market our league and talk about us and be a lobbyist for us, and not, you know, maybe as critical as national ESPN. That's still a learning process, I believe. But you know, you are where you are, man. And we suffered it last year. I mean, we were sweating on Selection Sunday. We won 15 games in the league, but 13 of those 15 were against the bottom 7 of the league. Now, thankfully, we won them, and the Kentucky win got us in, but we also played St. Mary's and Indiana and Illinois, and strength of schedule probably got us in. So I know people are battling. I'm so exhausted at hearing when we're sitting in the head coaches meetings, guys this, that, net, how should we schedule? I got no energy left for that. I mean, we've done it. We did it in the Big East for a while. We did it. And you kind of have to handle your business, man, or you're in trouble.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck on the rest of the season, man.
Thank you.
Mike, that's it. I wish
Thank
I
you.
had some going out music for you, but this will
No.
have to suffice. Thank you for
Appreciate
everything.
you guys.
We really do appreciate it and your time with us.
Thank you, man. Take
All
care.
right, we'll see you